Hi everybody, my name is Chris Williams and I'm the Senior Director of Leadership Development here at Heart to Heart Leadership. And what I'd like to talk with you about today and have you experience is one of my favorite tools for creating a sense of well-being as I move throughout my day. And one of the reasons I like this so much, this tool, is because it's so easy to do and you can just incorporate it just as you go about your day-to-day activities. And this, what I'm talking about, is a purposeful pause. And a purposeful pause is a mini break or a reset or a recentering in the midst of a very busy day. And what it does is it pulls us into this space of really paying attention in terms of our senses and in terms of what we're hearing and seeing and experiencing. And the biggest thing about a purposeful pause is it gives us the opportunity to connect ever so briefly with ourselves and, very importantly, with others as well. So think about it. When you wake up in the morning and you roll out of bed, many of us, I'll give a scenario of, are thinking about, well, what am I going to wear? Then when we're getting dressed, we're thinking about, okay, I got to get those kids off to school. I've got to do this. I've got to do that. Then when we're grabbing that cup of coffee, we're thinking about, okay, I got to get going. I'm going to be late for work. So with that, we're in this state of continual movement. We get out of the car where we're parking our car when we work, and we walk in, and once again, we're thinking about what's in front of us. So in a culture that says to be effective people are doing, me asking you to take a pause and to stop may seem counterintuitive. So instead of just talking about this, how about if we try a little experiment and experience for you? So right now, what I'd like you to do is think about a time, a place, or a person that really has a very positive feeling towards you feel good about it in this space. So for example, it could be the ocean or a particular person or a child or whatever it is. So I want you to get in your mind a person, time, or place where you felt really good. And what I'm going to ask you to do is focus for about, let's say 15 seconds, no more, and just focus on that space. And when you're in that space, pay attention to what you're feeling, what your senses are telling you. You know, think about all of those things. Now, I want you to make sure you have your idea and you're ready, and put yourself in that space, and I'll call you back in 15 seconds. Okay, come back. Welcome. All right, so let's take a look at what might have happened for you in that space. First off is, you might have experienced a sense of joy. It was like, oh wow, and I'm repeating stories we've heard from other leaders that we've worked with. Oh wow, I was at the beach and I felt that warm sand and I felt that breeze. Or oh wow, I was at my kid's baseball game and I thought, I can't believe they just hit a home run and I'm in that space. So just having that sense of joy is worth something in itself. Then also, in terms of what it did within us and in terms of our brain, it moved us from a place of autopilot where we're like this, where we stopped, had this pause, and we were able then to reconnect with, once again, ourselves, but at the same time, what our brain is doing is moving from a reactive state to a present state of one of choice. So you see where in that brief period of 15 seconds, you made a choice. You said, I'm going to go to this space and I'm going to leave these things behind. Now we find out that the more we do that, the better we get at it. So I have one more thing that I want to share with you, and that is just 2 hints to think about creating purposeful pauses in your day. And I say, try to go for 3, but honestly, I try for as many as I can. So one thing is to build it into and integrate it into your daily activities as part of your day. So for me, every morning I fill the dog water bowl. As that water is going into that bowl, I look outside and I see the flowers or the sparkling snow, or the rain, and I focus on that and really pay attention to it, and also move into a state of gratitude that I can look out at such beauty. It might be for you really taking that sip of coffee and really, savoring it and enjoying it and feeling and smelling and all those good things. Or it could be kissing a loved one goodbye, and that could be whether it's a pet, a friend, a partner, a spouse, whatever, where you really say, I like being in the space of this hug. It feels good, and you experience that. Now, the other one, besides integrating as part of your day, is take advantage of transitions. So when you're driving to work, you're in a transition state or coming home, look at the sunset. Enjoy what you're seeing. Sometimes getting up on those dark mornings, you see that moon and you say, wow, this is just fantastic. Sit in that space for 10 to 15 seconds and see what happens to you. Right before you go into a meeting, a transition time, all you got to do is just go, I'm letting go of the past. I'm not thinking about the future. I'm right here connecting with myself and ready to connect with others as well. So the biggest takeaway from all of this is really looking then how that creates that sense of well-being, and we're training our brains at the same time. But that's not the important thing as much as the important thing is feeling it, where we're connecting again, creating and savoring that joy and noting it, and then being able to move into this space of well-being. Be well.